17 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. This is your toilet that you go to. Take it. I need your parents to sign here, okay?
Okay.
If under 18, have your parents or guardians sign. So as long as you're there, okay, I can show you the graph. I've done the whole test. Your graph doesn't look too bad.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad. There's certain areas which we can have a look at, but I need the signature on here before I can actually show that to you because you're underage.
Okay.
It's just a legal side of things. We can't actually do that sort of thing. What do you know about Scientology and Dianetics so far, anyway?
Well, apart from the panorama documentary on it and that one South Park episode, not that much.
Which South Park episode was it? I saw one South Park episode about Scientology, but...
Yeah, it was just the one where Stan was the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard or something.
Okay.
Oh, and I've also seen Battlefield Earth, which was by Hubbard. It wasn't that great.
I loved the film. I really did love the film. It was given like a 0 out of 10 from the movie magazine, but I just did like the film. This was even before I even knew what Scientology was.
Yeah.
But okay, I mean, he wrote that. I mean, he was also an author, wasn't he? Prior to Scientology, and he'd done a few books after Scientology as well. And I don't know. I mean, that was just my personal opinion. Some people here, they didn't watch it really. Said the book was a lot better. But which South Park episode? So you said it was the one where Stan?
I don't remember much about it. It was mainly that one clip about Xenu and OT3 and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Yeah. Xeno, some people put an arrow. I don't know what that is. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I've seen the one. Did you see the one where it actually was based on Battlefield Earth?
Nope.
No, there's actually one known as South Park based on Battlefield Earth. It was had been sent back to the past or something like that. And basically, who saved the day was John Travolta and the Scientologists, and that's like, which was pretty fun. Which I watched. I haven't seen that one though. I have to check that one out. It's funny, it's probably on YouTube or something like that, isn't it? And you watched the Panorama program as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mum watched that. She's like, well, what's this about? And I was like, well, it's not exactly like that. It's this, that, and the other. You heard of anything else besides the bad news about the place?
Well, I've read the Wikipedia article and I've listened to some Hubbard recordings, like when the actual OT3 lecture he gave, it was on YouTube somewhere. Wow. But apart from that, all I really know is that it's a self-help program as well as what the later stages will be. Yeah,
I mean, practically it is just self-help program. There's a lot of misconception of what Scientology is about the place. It's like, oh yeah, we believe in aliens, which is absolutely bullshit. People get confused because L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer as well, and they confuse his stories up with that. And then you've got the media blowing out of all proportions, and then other people who don't want Scientology to succeed, like for example psychiatry.
Wait, what? Why would psychiatry not want Scientology to work?
It's a $600 billion industry. If Scientology worked, psychiatry would lose out on $600 billion. Do you realise it was that big?
Well, I knew it was big, but I didn't think it would be 6 billion and they wouldn't try and stop.
600 billion. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if they lost that? Because, you see, Scientology is there to help us with the problems. See, some people with problems go to psychiatrists. If all the people handled their problems, they wouldn't need a psychiatrist. That makes sense, yeah? Yeah,
but surely they would still get some people rather than everyone going to Scientology.
That's the thing, that's why you see their profits will slide. They will slide, and eventually, a person won't want to use drugs, right?
So Scientology is better than psychiatric drugs?
But what do you think? How many people have been cured by psychiatry?
I can't think of a proper statistic, but I assume loads.
It's 0. There's been many interviews with psychiatrists and says, how many people have you cured? 0. There's no cures in psychiatry. It's not an exact science. These are all quotes from psychiatrists. These guys are there, and they're using something which, basically what it does, it stops a person from, these people who are a bit angry, basically just dulls them down. The anger's still there, but it's dulled down and it's continuously kept like that. They're never cured.
But Scientology can cure it.
Scientology has. There's a difference with that. You know what I mean? There's a difference with actually things like anger, things like sadness, depression can be cured. But psychiatry doesn't handle it. It suppresses the emotion. It doesn't actually cure the patient. And I mean, that's the deal. That is seriously the deal. There's an actual DVD called Making the Killing, which we've actually got here, which has actually been released on actual DVD. All you need to do is get it certified and it's actually going out. And it explains, it shows all psychiatric interviews. Even some psychiatrists were saying it's all full of shit. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know, it's a big money-making industry. Now, a lot of people look at this place and think, oh, we're a money-making industry. We don't make that much money. We're all volunteers here. You know what I mean? The idea is every bit of money that comes into this place goes back into the place. There's no guy at the top making money. Even the IRS actually says that. I don't really know about that, the IRS.
Didn't Scientology get a religion and therefore tax exempt status in the US?
Yeah, that was something separate. The IRS investigated the place because people were saying it's a money-making industry. So they wanted to make sure there's no tax dodging and this, that and the other. And after 7 years of research, they realised that there's no money that isn't going back into the organisation, basically putting it back in there, after 7 years of investigation. So it just shows that we're not actually a money-making industry, which some people believe that we are. And basically we're there to help people with these problems. Now we do run across some, I don't really know, sometimes there's some guys protesting out there.
Oh yeah, them.
Yeah, it's quite funny, man, because a lot of people just come in with those leaflets and they're like, well, what's Scientology then? We've actually in the past 6 months been bigger than ever since they've been out there. Because the idea is, a person's not stupid. They see a piece of information when they actually get curious about it, something like, oh, what's this? And so is Scientology a cult then? They come in, they end up going on the course room, which is it's great for us. We're just out there waiting for them to come out. Every time they're, I'm about 4 months ago, there was massive, there's like about 60, 70 of them out there. And we had the highest ever in all our statistics. We had more people coming in, more people doing things like new courses and that sort of stuff. It was absolutely amazing.